All right. Think you got it to work? Maybe?
Give me 1 more minute to find out.
1 more minute. All right. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. David Gross here with Conde Systems and the world famous Miss Sprite. We've gotten her dressing room all prepared for open house. So you getting all set for open house?
I'm thinking about it. That's as much as I can do right now.
So open house is June 15th for those that can be with us. We will be doing some streaming as well for the classes. We hope that that will help you sort of tie into some of the education. And I'm told by our marketing folks around here that we may be running some virtual open house specials for you out there. So as we approach open house, I'm sure we'll give you information, but sounds like it's going to be very exciting. From a instructor point of view, we have Jimmy Lamb, we have Roger Wambach from Corel. I hope I pronounced his name correctly.
You don't ever pronounce his name correctly.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I don't. Roger, if you're with us, I do apologize again. Roger is the Mr. Corel, the man who literally wrote the book on Corel. And by the way, I've asked him to do a webinar for us on the Mac version of Corel. So the Mac version of Corel first was with us with Corel 11. And many years ago, I guess, I'm trying to think of what version technically we're on now.
21.
Is it 21?
Yeah.
21.
21.
So been a long time, and it is an OS, Mac OS from the ground up application. So I've looked at it, I've installed it on my MacBook, and it's different, but it isn't. You know, it's one of those kinds of things. So you can download the free trial version, put it on your Mac, see what you think. But now we of course welcome the Mac folks open-handed. So take advantage of that. Also, I saw where Craig's going to be back with us. Did y'all see that?
I did. I saw that email this morning. Yeah.
So Craig with Digital Art Solutions, he is the Corel wizard in Arizona with that company. He's amazing, and so he'll be imparting his wisdom as well on the 10th, I think. And then we have another one with Jimmy Lamb, and I think I'll be at setup at Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. So if you can be with us at the Milwaukee show, it's what, 17th and 18th?
It is the 17th and the 18th. Yeah.
Of this month, so that'll be amazing. I know we post these videos, and so you folks that watch it, say, a year from now, some of this is past, but there's always shows going on, there's always webinars going on, and with the webinars, we're always going to record them, so you have the opportunity to go watch them after you hear us. Anything else I'm trying to think happening?
We have a quick question. I think
Yeah.
It's pertinent. Melanie wishes she could attend the open house but can't. Will she be able to see any of it online?
All right, so Melanie wishes she could be at the open house, but she's not going to be able to. But that's okay, because we're going to have we're going to be live streaming. David will be walking around. The classes will be live streamed, and I think we're going to be offering some pretty good deals online as well. So
yeah, so the from an educational point of view, as we just talked about, we've got some great instructors. Sprite, what will you be teaching about?
Increasing the value of your product using artwork.
Wow. Okay. Good deal. And in Sprite's room, she will be tag teaming, teaching, and then Cheryl Kuchek will teach also. So they'll be going back and forth. Cheryl, if you're not familiar with her, operates one of the largest sublimation forums on Facebook, and she accepted our invitation to be part of our open house and teach. And I believe she's going to teach about
Photoshop.
So Photoshop is obviously probably the most popular program in the world, and often we do not talk about it enough because a lot of us hang out in the vector world. Photoshop is the dots world. Illustrator is the counterpart to Corel, really. But nonetheless, we're going to definitely up the volume on our Photoshop education with Cheryl. And you know, for instance, on the Conde design part of it, what formats do the Conde design products come in?
So the Conde design artwork comes in CorelDraw, Photoshop. So it comes in a CDR, a PSD, a JPEG for use with Silhouette, and then also a PDF for use with Illustrator.
Okay, so with those formats, you've got pretty much every single program.
Yeah.
With Silhouette, you recommend what?
The JPEG.
The JPEG.
And then also, if you're using Creative Studio, we recommend the JPEG as well.
So Silhouette can't open an AI file, I guess.
No.
And is the PDF a vector version?
It is. It's a layered PDF for Illustrator.
So what would happen if you tried to open that PDF in Silhouette?
So I think you have to have the paid version of Silhouette in order to open a PDF. The standard version that they give out when you buy a machine is not going to open it.
That's my understanding, the business edition.
Right.
And so what if you got the business edition and you open a PDF, can you use it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
And can you use it as a vector?
That I don't know. I don't have the business
Okay.
edition of Silhouette.
Okay. So for those out there, maybe somebody that does have the business edition of Silhouette, and I know there's a bunch of folks, maybe request a sample from Conde Design from the library. So you let us know if indeed it comes across as a vector piece of artwork.
Speaking of Conde Design, last week we did a fun thing, and we're going to continue it on this week. So if we can get over 100 live viewers, then I'm going to give away 3 art packs. It's all the art that I'm going to press today. It's 3 different Conde design files. So you guys get our viewership up there. If we hit 100, I'm going to pick out 2 random people, one on Facebook, one on YouTube, and give that art away too. I know my winners last week. Why does it keep beeping?
I don't know. We'll just see.
I don't know either. So guys, get those viewers up. I know Suna had, I think she said 20 people watching it in her house last week, so.
Seems okay to me.
Yeah, just gonna keep beeping at us, that's fine. So yeah, we're at what, 56 right now? We need about 34 more people watching.
We've had, some days we've had several hundred, so.
We're gonna start low, and then we're gonna
Okay.
work our way up. So if we can get to 100, I'll give away to 2 people, and then we'll figure out if we can get some more. We'll go from there. So let's get to 100. Let's get to 100.
Excellent.
Not to mention all the other fun stuff that we're gonna give away. We have a review winner to give away. We have a gallery contest winner to give away. We have what else do we give away? We give away the blanks to all the things that I press. Hey Kylie, my niece is watching again. All right, I love you too. So yeah, we're going to give away all the art. We're not going to give my niece away. That would be weird. We're going to give all the art away. We're going to give all the substrates away. And we might give some more stuff away too. David's a pretty generous guy, so we'll see how it goes. So
any other activities, and we'll get into it. One thing that we were talking about just the other day, which parts are we going to do here? I'm trying to look.
it's up here at the top.
There we go. So, okay. We were playing with the linen bags.
Yeah.
The Ziploc bags.
The zipper
and
bags.
For those that are using those bags, they're amazing. And my tip was that you could do the inside out of the bag, and you could sublimate your style information, your reorder information on the inside of the bag. So really, really cool. We ought to grab one somewhere. Yeah.
Well, you know, I had a bunch of samples in here.
But they're no longer.
They're not in here. We are cleaning up for open house, and so we've really kind of gutted this room. And
so I emptied the room and promised not to throw any of Sprite's stuff away. And then and then somehow some of my stuff got thrown away, and I had to dig it out of the garbage can. I wonder what happened there.
Full of coffee too. What a
Full of
strange
coffee there,
thing.
so.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Let's get busy here.
All right, so it is coming into the summertime holiday, and our very first, one of our first summertime holidays is Memorial Day. So I figured we could do some memorial-themed stuff. We have some patriotic artwork, and yeah, so just some.
I mean, so much going on this time of year, right? You got graduation,
Yep.
Mother's Day coming up, Memorial Day, and all great opportunities.
Cinco de Mayo, May the 4th, which is it. I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, that's a big deal. Let's see.
I read on the news that the gentleman who played Chewbacca passed away.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so he was apparently extremely tall, like 7 foot or something. So what a legacy.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Memorial Day today, and we're going to do some memorial themed products, some kind of outdoor products. The first thing I want to do for you guys is I have a stainless steel water bottle. So this is SSB 17-S. This is a stainless steel water bottle. It comes in a cute little box, and I'm just going to do this in the mug press. I was going to do it in the oven, but you know, we've been doing things in the oven. Let's do something in the press. So I'm going to take my top off. I have my image here. Whoops. And when you get the template on Conde.com, right now the template is open at the back end because of the way you have to do these in the heat press. So all I did was just measured all the way around. I have a, was it called a fabric ruler? Is that right?
Tape measure?
Well, it's made of fabric, and so I can measure the circumference of the bottle. So I just measured this.
Or you could just take a piece of paper and fold it around and put a little mark.
I tell you though, if you're in this industry, I would get a fabric ruler because it saves me all the time. So I'm doing
a full bleed.
I'm doing a full bleed. I'm wrapping it all the way around.
With just an ever so slight amount of overlap, I
just
guess.
a little tiny bit of overlap, yeah. No, not a big deal. Shouldn't be a big deal. We'll see. So I'm just going to line it up. I'm going to use my premium heat tape because I am taping over the image. Anytime you have to tape over the back of the image, you want to make sure you're using a tape that has a good heat transference, can transfer heat well. All right. All right, so I'm going to tape all the way up and all the way down. I'm going to wrap this in protective paper and also...
So this is my current favorite water bottle. I carry mine around. That's the one that got thrown away.
I know. Well, it was looking kind of...
We got it rescued, though.
Yeah, it is. Ratty.
I think it's 4 years old. I was trying to figure out how old it was. 4 years old. So, very nice.
So, my niece, they're on their way right now to North Carolina. She is in the regional gymnastics competition for the Southeast. So I'm very proud of her. So good luck, Kai Kai.
How old? What grade?
She is 12, and she is in. Oh man, why'd you do that? She's watching.
Okay.
I think is she in 7th grade? How old are you when you're in 12th grade, or when you're 12?
Sure. I'm not sure.
I don't know either. It's been a long time since I was that old.
Let's talk about mug presses and doing mugs. Essentially, there's really 2 ways to do drinkware, typically a mug press or an oven. And in the case of ovens, there's really 2 kinds, the kind that everybody's familiar with, like at home. And then there are kinds that are conveyor ovens. So we sell, for instance, the commercial Hicks oven, and you'll turn it halfway through, right?
Yeah. We're going to let this cook for 2 minutes, and we're going to flip it.
So the Hicks ovens are the conveyor kind, are designed for continuous high volume mug production, drinkware production. The ovens are more of you put the stuff in there and then take it out kind of thing. Typically with an oven, you would have sort of 3 sets of things. The set that's in the oven, the set that's about to go in the oven, the set you just took out of the oven, so you have really good workflow to keep it busy, but it's up to you how you do it. And then recently, Sprite has been preaching the merits of
Shrink wrap.
shrink wrap.
I'm paying attention.
So shrink wrap is amazing. So with this water bottle, we could have done the shrink wrap, right?
Yeah, we could have.
And-
Yeah, I just, like I said, we've been using the oven so much. I figured let's do it in the press.
So the oven is a decorating accessory piece of equipment that I think pretty much the day has come when everybody should have one. And it just needs to be a convection type oven. You buy whatever size you wish based on how much you want to put in it, based on the size of things. I can tell you from a product point of view that we have all sorts of new things coming for the oven that are not exactly shrinkware.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
Karen says, I have a hard time getting my image to wrap all the way around the stemless wine glass and meet evenly unless the template using the template provided by Conde.
I'm sorry, Karen. So Karen's having an issue with her
Yeah,
template.
so
on the
Karen,
wine
what you
glass.
could do is obviously send us a,
So I'm just going to open it and I'm going to flip it and then I'm going to press it again.
so send us an image so we can understand what you're referring to. You know, but she's going all the way around the stemless wine glasses and having some sort of problem.
Yeah, and it may be, I have not had that issue, but it may be the way you're cutting it or, you know, I don't know. I need to know like what software you're using, what kind of artwork you're using. Just do me a favor, Karen, and email your rep and they'll get you over to tech support and we'll take care of that.
Yeah, and I monitor most of the support emails, and I'm trying to think if I've seen something like that come in. It seems like I've seen one like that, so I don't know if that was you. But if you have already submitted your photograph, please submit it again, and we'll let the brain over here take a look at it and try to figure out if we need to do a better job with our template, exactly what it is that's going on.
And I see you, Julia and Eddie, asking about the shrink wrap for pet bowls. It's coming. We're working on it.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And I think, again, I can't emphasize enough, there aren't too many what I would call big changes that come to the sublimation world, but in my opinion, the shrink wrap is one. And I think there'll be another that will come quite soon as well, that keys off what we've learned about shrink wrap. So there's just, again, it's the process of what I refer to as Kaizen, constant improvement, and then there's a few paradigm changes, and I think the shrink wrap is one of those paradigm changes. Not quite ready?
No, and I don't know if you guys saw what I did. So I had taped it all the way up and down the seam. I kind of picked the tape up, and my fingernails are perpetually long, and I picked it up and I checked the bottom edge to see how well it was sublimating, and it needs to go a little bit longer.
And that's an amazing trick that Sprite just showed you, and that is, it's like cooking. You know, before you take it off the stove, you're going to check it, taste it, verify it's done. If not, cook it a little bit longer. And if you can do your tape where you get to peek, you know, at it, then that is an amazing technique. You know, black is the last color to sublimate, so you can look around on it to see if it's done. Now, once you dial your technique in, instead of repeating that process over and over again, just document what time and the technique that was used in your sublimation journal. So very important. Now, with the DK3, this is certainly the best mug press around, in my opinion. And one of the things you can do is when you're adjusting the pressure, you can look from the sides, if you will. So the bottom of this press is fixed. If we take this out, she used an extra green pad because of the diameter of the bottle. That does, wow. Looks good.
Wow.
That does indicate with the green pad you're going to need to up the time a little bit. But the bottom line is you can peek from the side and see that the top of it is conforming, that it's closing on the drinkware.
All right, guys, so I had a couple of questions. The press that I'm pressing, yeah, Deb, so I put it in the press, I let it sublimate, and then I just flipped it. And no, that's not going to hurt the side that you've already done. And Paula, I had, I can't remember which rep it was, ask me already, and I got that design from yesterday off of iStock. So that's not a design that's available on Conde Design, I apologize. And Wayne and Tina, yes, the shrink film is back in stock, SF79. I pulled some out of the warehouse this morning, so. All right, guys, so I have this.
Are we getting shrink wrap big enough for pet bowls?
We just.
So again, you know, you're getting some, you know, information on new stuff.
Yeah.
So the largest, the next wave is a bunch of new sizes, both smaller and larger. And I can't remember. Do you remember?
If it fits the pet bowl?
Yeah.
I mean, we're working on it.
But I think, let's just say it doesn't fit the pet bowl. Then you can do the trick that Sprite has engineered, where you're essentially cutting the shrink wrap, wrapping, and then heating.
So it fits this. Okay. So we are getting a large shrink bag, and it does not fit the large pet bowl, even if you cut it and wrap it. That was not what we got that size for.
Gotcha.
But it will do the small pet bowl that way. We got it for some other things that we're looking to get.
Gotcha.
So I trust me, I am looking, I'm reaching out to the manufacturer to see if they can engineer us a larger size, because I know you guys have been asking, and I know. So I don't know if you guys were, this design is one of the designs on Conde Design, and I just wanted to show you how it met up in the back. So this is my
So that is
full
on
wrap
Conde Design or not?
This one is. And
Okay,
remember,
that
guys,
one
if we
is.
can get our view, we are at 75 viewers. So if we can get our viewers up to 100, we have 25 more views to go.
And Chris, is YouTube still going along?
Going strong.
Good deal.
We actually have a question on YouTube.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you use QuickMag Ultimate? I'm not sure in regards to.
Can you use QuickMag Ultimate? Do you know what that is?
No.
Don't know
I
what that
don't.
is. I apologize.
So
Sorry.
you can maybe clarify what that is, and we can assist you. So.
Happy Derby, Judy. Happy
Oh
Derby.
yeah. So I called Louisville today, and somebody said today was I guess the young horses. I can't remember what she called it, but she had a name for today. So I apologize if somebody would tell us what the name is for today of the races that are going on there. The yearlings. I can't remember.
Like the fowls or something?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know either.
All right, we've got some more questions. Can the items be laid on their sides in the oven?
Can the items be laid on their sides in the oven? So, so that's another reason that I didn't want to grab my oven out. Yes, it can, but you may have a little bit of scorching, especially if it's really close to an element laying on the side. What I have done in the past is got some heat conductive rubber, and when I lay it down, instead of laying this directly on that hot metal, I'll lay it on the heat conductive rubber, and that way I'm not burning the one side that's close to the bottom.
Does the Nomex pad, would that work or not?
Probably, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I have smaller heat
So the
conductive.
Nomex pad may also be that. We
definitely.
need to test it and just verify it. But yeah, the point is that the convection ovens mean that the air is circulating, that's hot air, where a toaster oven just has a really hot element, and a really hot element, especially on these inexpensive ones, makes it more challenging to get even sublimation. So, so again, just try to look at and find one that looks like it's well constructed that would have even heat.
I forgot to mention to you guys, everything that I pressed today is right now on extreme flash sale. So Crystal's going to drop that link. Everything is at last column pricing for you guys for the next couple of hours.
What a great deal.
So go check it out. Go to our website. Go to the link that Crystal's going to drop in the comments. Everything is going to be on last column pricing for the next 3 hours. I see some comments. Where do we get the green pad? Kim, you buy it from Conde. Look up heat conductive rubber.
You can go into the search and
under accessories.
Yeah, you can go into search and just type like heat conductive rubber, I think that would do it. You can, there's a gazillion different sizes in 2 thicknesses. We generally would want you to use the thicker one, which is
the 1/8 inch.
1/8
inch, yeah.
For the acrylic, we use a thinner 1/16, as I recall.
Today is the oaks. That's what it's called.
Okay, oaks.
The oaks. All right. Are there any specials for this month? Always. If you're a member of our forum, there's a link, I think, or there's a post at the top of the forum for all the member specials. So, all right. Anything else?
Where's it posted? What?
It's on the forum, on the Facebook forum, on our Conde forum. And do you have any tips for getting a even press on a clamshell?
I do. So the question is, I have a clamshell press. I'm wondering how to get more even pressure. So, first of all, it'd be if you could tell me what substrate you're pressing. But the secret is to push everything to the very back of the press, because that's the part that closes first. Then to turn your substrate landscape mode so that as little as possible is pushing towards the front. And you've got I think, an excellent chance of having great product. So as your substrate gets thicker, then it becomes a little bit more challenging to get even pressure. So clamshells are not ideal for the thick stuff like the thicker MDF kind of products. They're not ideal, but they can be done usually for the slate.
All right, moving right along.
But if you're doing slate for the first time, please understand like the tips that Sprite is talking about with peeking and understanding how you're doing, because I have had people that have had to turn it 180 degrees to get that even pressure on another part of the slate. And so, again, there's probably a way to do just about anything with a little bit of documentation and patience.
So she's asking specifically about stadium cushions, which we're actually going to do a stadium cushion, but stadium cushions require heavy pressure anyway, so what would you suggest? Because then they're pretty big.
Yeah, stadium cushions are big and thick, but basically you just got to try it. So get you a sample and see if it works.
Maybe you'll be the lucky winner today, and I'll send you the stuff I'm working on.
Basically, you're obviously going to have to adjust your pressure so that the platen is lifted up. So you've got to experiment a little bit with setting your pressure, but push it all the way to the back.
Okay, we have a question. Are Insta heat presses good for sublimation?
So the question is, are Insta heat presses good for sublimation? And they are. So there are only a couple of brands of heat presses that are made here in the United States. We're in the George Knight camp and have a relationship with them for 25 plus years. Other great brands are like Stahl's, Hicks, and then the other U.S. brand is Insta. And so all those are good brands of heat presses. I would like to say that I believe George Knight is the best heat press made. 130-year-old company. They don't do anything else. This is what they do. Great presses. But certainly any of those companies, if you happen to have those presses, we absolutely should be able to make it work very well for you.
My turn? Great. All right, I have a Hug 4. This is my wraparound hugger. So Hug 4 right now on Extreme Flash Sale. You can get it for $1.38. I love these.
That's a great deal.
A great deal. So I have a new designs. This is my little wavy stars. I'll show you guys when I get done. We're almost there. So keep liking this video. Let your friends watch it. We're getting up there. If I can get a couple more viewers,
the pets, the bird.
That's right. If I can get a couple more viewers, you guys will get some
get them
free
all
artwork.
watching.
That's right.
Time to drink the Sublimation coffee. There,
There you go. There you go. Tell them.
So this product is one of the very old original huggers after the first modern hugger like our Hug 2, and really nice, easy to put in your back pocket. decorative, looks great. Velcro, just a fantastic product.
So we're going to do this one for 400 degrees, 65 seconds, medium pressure. So I just used some Pro Spray to tack it down, and that's it. That's all I did.
And not too much of an odor, I don't believe, for those.
No, it's not. There's worse things.
Yeah, you know, the mouse pads have a aroma to them that is all to itself.
Yeah.
And these, you know, good. Oh, we're gonna do it. Wow.
We're gonna do a plaque today.
Cool,
We're gonna do a
cool.
plaque.
Any tips on pressing the
Subdecal.
Sublidecal?
I think the Subla decal is from another vendor, another competitor of ours, also a great company. I can't remember who, but at any rate, I would say let us know what issues you're having. Our product, I think, that is like that is Subla Wrap.
That's correct. Yes.
And so Subla Wrap is sort of a sublimatable vinyl for hard substrates. That's what it's for. It should be easy, so if you could let us know what issues you are having, and then we'll know sort of where to steer you.
Do we have any plans to introduce fishing lures?
Um,
JP has some, these would be good candidates for the shrink wrap bags.
Yeah, so I do have some friends there, and maybe I ought to call them up and get some and play with them and just see how well they do. I have been asked before for fishing lures, and I really have not looked into, you know, what it takes, but you know, we'll see. But again, for those that want it, you know, I think they have them.
Let us know, how would you market your fishing lures? Who would you market them to? Also, would you have an issue with it being in salt water? Because, I mean, wouldn't the salt water corrode the lure?
So, you know, if it was steel, definitely. Aluminum also corrodes in salt water. But I think to some extent this may be a, you know, sort of a decorative product, or I guess it could be functional, but it wouldn't be in the water that long anyway. I have taught people how to coat fishing lures. I've had all these people call me over these years, and I remember one guy, he was insistent that he was going to bring together ice fishing lures, and I showed him how to do it today with the shrink wrap. Probably got some great tools that would, like the person pointed out, that would make things so easy. Again, the shrink wrap and a few other surprises to come are going to make, I think they'll open the world of substrates just wide open.
Tony just schooled me, and he said, and my dad would be mad at me. You're right. Tony says that lures are generally used in fresh water, but here in Mobile, where we live, we're right on the Gulf Coast, so a lot of the water that we fish in is brackish. So it's a combination of salt and fresh. But
yeah, he's right. Come to think of
Yeah.
it, that fresh water is not going to have any effect on it. Besides, even salt water, probably not much effect, because you're not going to leave the lure in the water very long.
That's true. That's a good point. All right, guys. So let me show you what it did. So this is the wrap hugger, and
Man, that looks good.
yeah, this background design with the stars and the waves, really cute. So, and the Subla wrap is in stock, Shannon. We don't
Yeah,
have...
it helps if you have a cutter, like, you know, Cameo, or some of the others. There's so many out there, Cricut, you name it. It's easy to cut. It's just sublimatable vinyl for hard substrates. You could put it on a laptop, put it on drinkware. It's not going to make the drinkware dishwasher safe, you know, but it's vinyl. So it's a go-to product. If you want something that will be dishwasher safe, that's the Mates material. But the Mates has a commercial industrial adhesive. Once it's on a product, it's never coming off. So if you like cut it up into little small pieces and sublimate it to the bottom of your mugs, that's a really good use of the Mates material. Mates, I think, is relatively expensive because of what it does. It cannot be cut, I think we found that out, it cannot be cut by these modern cutters. It's just...
No, it can.
It can?
Yeah, it can.
Okay, so
You just use a deep, for the silhouette, I use a
just
deep cut.
blade.
20.
But it's an industrial kind of product.
Yeah,
So
it
you could
is.
use it to label products, serial numbers, that kind of stuff.
All right, we have some questions. When you say medium pressure, what does the digital pressure readout say? 5?
So we don't go by readouts around here. We go by feel. And so I just don't trust digital readouts, and I guess maybe we're old-fashioned. Are we old-fashioned?
I mean, yeah.
So we go by
sure.
feel. So medium is sort of, you cannot close the press with one hand. Just not going to happen. You
Light
need,
pressure.
but you don't have anything in the press.
Yeah, no. I
So
don't.
you need 2 hands, and you need some effort, would be medium. Medium to heavy would be, it takes some effort, additional effort to close the press. But get this, so don't get hung up on the pressure too much, because sublimation basically is a contact technology. So we're using pressure to ensure that we have nice even contact, and that if necessarily we've flattened the substrate so that the ink only has one path to sublimate it. So again, you do enough pressing and it won't take too many, and you very much get a feel for the pressure element, but it's really more of heat that cooks it. How would you answer it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done this demonstration before on the lives. The light is it just kind of closes on its own. The light pressure kind of closes on its own. Medium, you have to put just a little bit of pressure onto it, and then heavy, you really have to kind of, get it to close.
Yeah, if you were trying to do the very, very lightest pressure you could, like on a fragile fabric, what I would do is turn the pressure knob clockwise until you cannot lock the press. So it won't lock. And then you allow the platen to just come down, and the weight of the platen is your pressure. So that would be essentially the lightest pressure you could achieve. And then from there, it's sort of the one-handed kind of pressure. But when you're faced with doing light pressure, say maybe on some shirts to avoid the lines, you really need to understand that your press is closing evenly. Because if it's not closing evenly, you got a little bit of a problem with consistent color across the fabric. And we can help you with any of those things.
Okay, what are all the items they can use the shrink wrap on?
So the question is, what are all the items that you can use the shrink wrap on? Well, there's all kinds of stuff.
We don't have an answer to that, just snap your fingers answer.
Yeah, I mean, so next week we'll have, I think, like 5 new sizes of shrink wrap. When that new shrink wrap comes in, on the page where the shrink wrap is, will be all of the items listed that you can use that shrink wrap for. So,
along with general instructions on how to use the shrink wrap.
correct.
Any chance of water socks?
Do you know what a water sock is?
Don't know what a water sock is.
I don't know what a water sock is, Sam. I'm sorry.
I know what, like the little neoprene boots or something, or the like you would go hunting with, or you would go kayaking with, things like that. But I think I need to know what a water sock is.
I
So
don't know. Sorry, Sam.
sounds exciting.
I'm going to say
still have a lot of
no.
questions.
Yeah.
So one on YouTube, can you reshow the items? You can say so that it wasn't shown very clearly.
Okay, gotcha.
Does sublimated products fade in the sun?
They do. So, and let me get that. So I wonder if this is good enough for YouTube. Let's see.
Up a little bit.
Hey.
Very, very nice, isn't it?
You have the name on the other side.
Rotate here.
There you
How
go.
nice is that? Lisa.
So
The
that art.
socks are neoprene that you can wear in water.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
we'll look it up. If you can shoot me a link, dgross@conde.com. I will love to look at. This is the hugger here. So
And guys, we are almost there with our live viewers, so you get the word out about the video, and if we get a couple more viewers, we will give away 3 free art packs. 3 free art packs. Does that fit on your slim can?
it does not.
It does not.
But we do have a hugger for the slim
We
cans.
do. We do.
So
We do. All right. Any
other
other
questions, Chris?
Nope, we're good now.
I was going to show you what I did, and then you can
What?
get to yours.
Oh,
I've
you
been
did-
working on a save the date.
You did that all by yourself?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. Yeah, it's hard to see a little bit, but it's a piece of the Unisub metal. I think it's like 3.5 or 3.25 by 5, and I've been just playing around because I can. And this picture was taken outside for a reason, I guess, and you get to see a little bit of reflection, but I guess that gives it a realism to it, like they were caught off guard or something, and this is spur of the moment kind of stuff. So at any rate, I just can use what I can only use what I'm given. So at any rate, I think ultimately I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So it'll be the fridge magnet. I'll put a magnet on the back of it, So that's been my little project that our graphics artist, Todd Till, has helped with. And,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Any other questions?
We're good now.
All right. So next thing I am going to do a plaque. This is a 5x7 plaque. Yeah, so I'm going to pre-press this for 20 seconds.
That's from the great folks at Universal Woods in Louisville, Kentucky. We have a very large plaque line of both traditional edges and the modern straight edges, so a little bit of everything. Plus, you can venture off into the real modern by using a piece of metal as your plaque, and possibly even using stacked metal.
Yes, yes.
So stacked metal to me is the modern way to really stand out from the crowd in your recognition kind of product. So this product is a very traditional product. It's made of what we call MDF, which is medium density fiberboard. I think you've heard me when I teach about my adventures with the plaque, what I used to always forget to do.
Orient it right?
Correct.
Yay.
So I would always forget to peek at the back of it to determine the keyholes. And if you don't peek at it, then you've got a 50-50 shot of doing it right.
I think the odds are probably stacked against you, actually. So
The gremlins of the world, the Murphys of the world.
That's right.
So at any rate, so that's when a lady from Louisville, it turns out, and I'm trying to remember her name, she said that the way she solves her problem of repeating her mistakes is by creating her wall of shame. So every time she would make a mistake, she would post it on her quote wall of shame, and that way she could, as she's about to press it, her wall is right there, and that helps her not to repeat the same mistake over and over again.
All right, so I just wrapped my design around my artwork, my plaque, and now I'm just going to press my plaque for 1 minute and 20 seconds, medium pressure, 400 degrees.
So obviously, Sprite's got you adjusted your press so that, because it's obviously a thick substrate, and so they're great, just a good product. There have been many techniques over the years for people that do tremendous plaques to cut their paper so that it's very easy to fold quickly. One thing you want to not do with plaques like that is you don't want to apply heat tape to the edge of the plaque. That foil tends to be sensitive, and the heat tape tears the edge off. So just tape it on the back.
All right, we got 40 seconds, and yeah, so Still hovering right under that 100-person mark. So,
Well, darn.
I know. That's all right.
Well, darn.
We'll keep the art.
We got to do
No
it.
big deal.
Got to do it.
No big deal. What did you give away last week? Oh, CorelDraw. You know what I was thinking about? So we're on the 21st version of CorelDraw. Do you know what it was on when I started? X3.
Wow.
Yeah. X3.
So at the place the screen printer you used to work at, they were using X3?
At Thoth Sport. Do you remember Thoth Sporting
do.
Goods? Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, 20 years ago. That's right.
So, nah, they couldn't have, 20 years ago, we would have been in an earlier version.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I remember starting out with CorelDraw X3.
So I wonder which of you out there, what was the oldest version of Corel that you used? I think the oldest version I used was either 6 or 7, but I used version 9 for a long time. Wow, very nice.
All right, guys. So once again, this little top pattern here, this is the art pack that you guys will get when you get my viewership up there. So I have 2 cameras here. So some of you are only seeing this at some part, and some of you at the other part, I have a camera underneath another camera. So yeah, this is a really cute plaque, just a really cute little, memorial gift. Or I mean, there's so many ideas you can do with these plaques.
Yeah, to thank the families of those who had relatives that gave their all for us in our wars.
All right. Sandy says she's watching on 4 devices. Sandy, that's
Wow.
what's up. You know how to do it.
You're a trooper, aren't you?
You know how to do it. All right,
Wow.
guys, I've got 2 things left to do. So we talked about the stadium seats, and I have one of these. This is SC12R. This is our 12-inch round stadium seat. Yeah, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to pre-press it for 10 seconds. First, I'm going to lint roll it. Anytime you have any kind of fabric or really anything that can, get some lint or some hidden fibers in it, you want to lint roll it.
And you can think of so many uses for a stadium cushion. By the way, this comes in a sort of a rectangular version and the round version, but it could be a kneeler in your garden. Think of a lot of stuff. You could think of sort of a recognition gift. Could be part of a fundraising opportunity with school, team, you name it. So a lot of great opportunities to recognize people who are sponsoring, for people who are chaperones for organizations. So many opportunities.
So Lisa told me that if I combine Facebook and YouTube, then I will have over 100 live viewers. You're right, Lisa. You're right. But you guys are almost there. You're close. You're close. All right, so I've got, I pre-pressed it for 10 seconds, heavy pressure, 400 degrees. I've lint rolled it. I'm just going to use my Pro Spray my image, line it up, and I'm going to press it for 1.5 minutes, heavy pressure, 400 degrees. So heavy pressure. And I printed this on my SG800 with my bypass tray, 13 by 19 paper. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, there you go. So still using a desktop system for this big piece. All right. So 1 minute and a half.
width-wise, that maxes out the printer. Yeah.
It does, yeah. But it is still, you are very capable of doing it on the SG800 and the DK12. Or,
Yeah.
excuse
And
me,
how long are you going to press it for?
1.5 minutes.
Yep.
1.5 minutes. Heavy pressure, 400 degrees. All right. So, yeah.
What's the size of the seat cushion?
The seat cushion is 12 inches round. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, Eddie, that's a 12-inch round SC12R. So I love the seat cushions. So like David said, you can use them in the garden. They would be great for fundraisers, school events. Like my mom is driving right now with my niece to North Carolina for the gymnastics meet. We could do the gymnastics team because the parents all sit in the bleachers.
Everybody shows up with their seat cushion.
That's
you
right.
know?
We show YouTube the plaque.
Okay.
Thanks, Lindsay. I see you. Lindsay's asked. Apparently, I'm not showing YouTube well enough. I apologize, YouTube. There you go.
Very, very nice there.
Yeah.
And you can see the back of it here. You've got a keyhole for portrait hanging and for landscape hanging. So, you know, it's an inexpensive, traditional, I think, high-value product. You know, one of those kind of go-to products for what I would call a traditional recognition award.
Now, this smells great.
Wow, looks good. The smell hasn't quite made it over to this side of the room here.
Oh, you'll get it in a minute. All right, guys, so I've got this really cute.
There's, maybe on the camera they don't pop as much, but those colors are really popping here.
So yeah, this is another one of those great patterns.
I smell it now.
Yeah.
So if you do lots of mouse pad kind of things, you really want to make sure your ventilation system is near your press to get those fumes out. Obviously, they don't last for that long unless you're busy pressing lots of stuff. I'll make sure the YouTube people saw it here.
Oh yeah, show it to them.
By the way, as things cool, the colors do change a little bit. And so as we do big stuff, like big piece of metal, 40 by 60, to cool it fast, we don't have a cool plate that is big enough. And so we put it on our concrete floor where the concrete just sinks, and you can actually hear it sort of cooling. And we call it the sublimation dance. You've heard Antoine talk about that?
I have. All right.
You can hear it sort of popping a little bit as it you know, cools.
Couple questions. Do we have a ventilation system here? They have to wear a mask.
Do we have a ventilation system here? In this room, we do not. We do not have ventilation. I would say a mask is probably not going to take care of a smell. So I don't believe a mask is designed for that. It's designed to handle particulates in the air. And with sublimation, there is no particulates in the air. So there probably is a mask out there that I'm not aware of that would remove odors, but I'm not aware of one. And so it's sort of like people that are allergic to peanuts. You're going to find somebody out there that is sensitive to certain odors. But these kind of odors that are coming off that you're smelling, just basically heated up neoprene with a white polyester face. To my knowledge, you cannot smell sublimation. So when you smell something, you're smelling just basically the heated version of the substrate.
A couple more questions. What program did you design that in for the seat cover, and where can they find the pattern?
So I designed this in CorelDraw, and all of the patterns are available at condedesign.com. So we've lost a couple of viewers. We've lost about 6 viewers, so I'm not going to give it to you guys unless we reach 100. I'm going to
Well,
stick
you're a
to my
slave
word.
driver, aren't you?
I am. I can't just be like, okay, guys, if I do this, and then you don't do it, and I'm like, well, take it anyways. You got to get me to that point. Get me that 100 point. I'll give 2 people 3 art packs, and that is one of them. So you can go on condedesign.com and download that artwork.
I think I'm going to sit on this right now.
Oh my gosh, it fits perfectly on your bar
Yeah,
stool.
it does.
Look
it
at
does.
that.
It's actually very comfortable. So, although it is still a little warm.
Ah!
So,
Hot butt. Do I have another question?
No, you answered where they found it and what you made it in, right?
And Eddie, Lisa is just the name that I came up with off the top of my head today. I've decided to do Lisa because
okay.
I don't know.
While you're pressing something, you're going to press. Go ahead.
JDW 753. This is 743. Excuse me. This is my linen apron. I'm going to press it.
A very nice apron, I might add, with
Great.
pocket, with nice straps. And by the way, you could decorate on the apron on one of the straps some reorder information, your company information. So you got lots of ways to work your brand into the product so that people will know where it came from. Because often a gift that somebody receives, they don't have a clue where it came from. So if you did a great job, they're going to want to show everybody and move forward. There are a couple things that we were doing tips today. I asked our marketing folks, what tip should I share? And they have come up with, I wrote originally many years ago 101 tips and tricks for sublimation success. One of the tips was to get educated on what extended warranties were available for your equipment. Now, in the case of like a George Knight heat press, the platings on the George Knight heat press are warranted for life on most presses. Some of the big presses, no, but most of them are warranted for life to the original purchaser. So probably doesn't apply to them. But in the case of printers, most of the printers we sell, the 400, the 800, the Epson F series, things like that, you can buy extended warranties. And I would say that on the 800, I think the price of an extra year of warranty probably is a really good deal. You never know when something's going to happen. Sometimes, it's not really the printer's fault. Maybe you taking it in and out, you slammed it a little bit too hard or something. It doesn't cover, if you drop the printer or anything like that, but you never know with wear and tear on a printer. And so having an extra year of warranty, to me, is probably a good idea. You can purchase the extended warranty, anytime as long as you're still in your original 1-year warranty. So that's a really good deal. For the 400, I think it's, gosh, I'm trying to think how much it is. Maybe it's $99. Probably not worth it on a 400 because if your printer fails, we can sell you an engine-only replacement, so you can use your existing inks, put it in there, saves you some money, without having to buy everything. So we try to work with folks when their printer does fail. But if you got an 800 still in warranty, I think the extended warranty is probably worth it.
Isn't that cute?
Nice color.
Cute.
Wow.
All right, so this is the same pattern that we just did, and I just kind of fit it into some text. I did this in CorelDraw as well. Look at that. That almost looks fake, how good that looks. That's crazy. So
Very nice. And for folks that have smaller printers, Sprite, can't they press it multiple times?
yes. Yeah. Yes.
So, for instance, you could put an image down here on the pocket.
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
without
put
a
an
doubt.
image underneath.
Oh, yeah.
You could even have fun by sublimating on the backside some, cute thing like a recipe on the backside or something.
Yeah.
Just think of the creativity, that you could have with such a great product. But it's, years ago we had the white polyester ring spun aprons, and they were cheap. And it's good value, of course. This is an extraordinarily high quality product.
All right, that's all I have, guys.
Her
So
box is empty.
my box is empty. So you have the hugger, the plaque, the water bottle, the apron. What am I missing? The hugger, the plaque, the water bottle, the apron. Oh, and the stadium cushion that you're sitting on. That's what it is. So it's at that time of the day that the word cook is, yeah, I did use an envelope, Eddie. That's what I did. I just actually, let me tell you, so I created an oval, and I put the word cook in the oval, and then I just enveloped it to the outside parameters of the oval. All right, guys, so we've amended our rules a little bit. We're not going to start taking guesses until after I finish saying the rules. So for guess the weight, You have 1 guest per person. Only your first guest will qualify. 1 guest per platform. So if you are guessing on Facebook, you cannot guess on YouTube. Guesses should be expressed in pounds to qualify.
Hold our guesses.
Hold your guesses until I'm done. We're not going to count any guesses until I'm done. So guesses should be expressed in pounds, 1.2, 3.6, 4.8. The winning weight will be the first guess closest to, but not over the total combined. 2 prizes will be awarded, 1 on Facebook, 1 on YouTube. Free shipping in the continental United States only, and you cannot win twice within 30 days. So only 1 time per 30 days. All right, tell me how much you think these 5 items weigh, and go at 1 hour and 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Tell me how much you think it weighs. 1 hour, 2 minutes, 13 seconds.
Do we reach our 100 here?
Well,
We're at 81.
we're
What
okay,
about
we got
YouTube?
pretty close.
By YouTube, I'm sure we pushed over.
Between the 2 of them, I think we got it. I think we got it. So
We have an excellent number of YouTube.
there you
people.
go. All right, guys. So all right. I am a pushover, and I'm going to give you your art. So after.
Oh yeah, we're definitely way over it if you had YouTube in it.
After my girls figure out who won my Guess the Weight, then we'll figure out who won my artwork, because I am a pushover.
I had a couple of other things real quick. Some of the I get a lot of the same questions every time. So you know, for instance, the inks for your Ricos, your SG 400, 800, we provide free shipping in the continental U.S. And so people always ask about that. So that's a great deal for everybody. Number 2 is we try to be around here as green as we can, and you know, every day is a day to do a better job of that. But we do provide a $5 recycling credit for your sublimation cartridges, and then you can take that credit and apply it to buy more ink. And so what you want to do is not throw your cartridges in a darn landfill. Gather them up, and there's a form somewhere on our website. You can drop it in the box and send your cartridges back to us and collect $5 per cartridge. There's really no limit to it, and so take advantage of that. Wish I could figure out a way to recycle sublimation paper, just not practical at this point.
I have some things that I'd like to give away.
Wow.
I know, right? All right, so I'm excited about I'm excited about both of these. And you know what? And I know that Sandy, I know that you're watching. So our gallery contest winner this week is Sandy Livingston at Living Image Solutions. And Sandy did these really cute cutting boards. It was my spirit that broke it. Hey, we're back. I fixed it. Thank you so much, Sandy. Congratulations. You have $25.
Wow. Good job, Sandy.
Nice. So, beginning in June.
So this looks like sort of an old recipe.
Yeah,
maybe,
isn't that cute?
and there has maybe there's a grandparents in there. So what a touching keepsake.
I know, isn't that nice?
Good
I would
job.
love that. It's a really great idea. So, guys.
Ideas, folks.
That's right.
It's
That's
all
why
about
I love
ideas.
our gallery. I love our client gallery. So many great ideas. So until June the 30th, we are holding our quarterly gallery contest, which is your best pet-themed item. You have the chance to win 400, 200, two $100 prizes. So show me what you're doing for your pets. Show me how you're making a splash in the pet market. Upload your images to our client gallery. You could win $400 in Conde credit, or 200, or 100 twice.
And I think I put in just a $100 for somebody
participation
participation.
trophy. That's
So
right.
if you don't think your ideas are too exciting, there's a bunch of people who probably think they are. And to motivate you to enter it, we're going to have a random $100 winner.
All right, and I have a review winner. So every week I ask you guys to go to one of the products that you bought, leave me a review, and I pick someone to give $25 in Conde credit to, and I am very happy that I get to give this person $25 in Conde credit. Suna Russell, you have won my review contest.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So I will be sending you an email.
Say the name
Suna?
again? Suna.
Suna.
Okay.
She's
pretty.
she's our Canadian viewer. We can never ship her anything because she's in Canada.
Well, now
Sorry, Suna.
she's got
so now
some
you have
money
$25
to
to spend on shipping. So yeah, so I'll be contacting Lori. Oh, and let me tell you what so she reviewed my C375, which is, I think there are coasters. And she said, great coasters to sublimate, very easy and look great. These will be great outside on the deck. So thank you, Suna. I'll be sending you an email next week for that. All right. Do we have a winner?
Yes. Holly Losa with 3.4 pounds.
All right. So Holly Losa, you are the correct winner with
Congratulations,
3.4
Holly.
pounds. Thank you so very much.
Awesome.
Do we have a YouTube winner?
I'm still waiting on you.
All right. While we wait on our YouTube winner, would you like to pick a winner for our art pack?
I can do that.
Okay. So we're just going to randomly pick a comment, somebody that's commented during our broadcast, and we're going to give you the 3 free art packs that I did today. So we have our cute stars and waves pattern. We have our hearts, our heart background. What was my third one? Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I might be missing something.
Not sure.
All right, Deb Watkins.
Deb Watkins.
Congratulations.
Deb Watkins, you are going to receive my art pack, and I promise that there's 3. I don't know why I only did 2 different designs. There's 3 of them. I'll send you all 3. So Deb Watkins, you have won my art.
And let's post on there, so if people want, the price we sell things in Conde Design is a steal.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. So we'll link you to condedesign.com. If you would like to go and purchase all this beautiful artwork that I've done today, just follow the link in the comments and check it out. All right, so we'll get our YouTube winner, and then that's it.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Any
YouTube is Ima Oki.
Ima Oki.
O-K-I-E.
O-K-I-E.
Congratulations.
Is that art, or is that
That's for the guess. Guess the weight.
all right,
guess
so
the weight.
Ima Oki has won our Guess the Weight.
OKI. Okay.
And then I just need 1 viewer on YouTube for the art pack.
And any closing questions? Anything we can answer?
About Ken Robinson on YouTube for
Ken?
the art.
Congratulations.
Ken Robinson,
No more questions.
you have won the art.
So
All
we
right,
appreciate
guys.
everybody that's shared their time with us. We hope to assist you to grow your business, to be successful. Please let us know how we can serve. Be safe, and we'll be back here next Friday.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you next week.